What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday, January 12th, and in this video, we're going to be building out some slips for PrizePicks and for Betr for tonight's 6-game NBA slate. If you guys are new to the channel, hello, my name is TJ. In these daily pick videos that I do every single day, I build out 6 flex slips on PrizePicks and 5 flex slips over on Betr because those are the 2 best slip types on each DFS app. So if you haven't yet, if you want free slips every single day, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, I have 50 bucks burning a hole in my pocket that I'm trying to give away to you guys. So if this video gets 50 likes, I will be doing a $50 giveaway on my next video. Last time I had a $50 giveaway was probably about a week ago. I gave 50 bucks. So I'm hoping that we can get 50 likes on this video. And to be entered, obviously you have to be subscribed. You got to hit the like button and then go ahead and comment your favorite play for tonight's 6-game NBA slate. Not asking for a lot, just trying to give $50 away to somebody out there. Let's go ahead and talk about how we did on our video slip yesterday on PrizePicks. We went 4 for 6. Anthony Black over assists, finished with 7. Harrison Barnes over threes, he finished with 3. Quickly over assists, finished with 7. Bilal had 2 steals in the fourth quarter, so that was brutal. Sengun got a rebound with 1 minute left off of his own miss on an offensive rebound when they were down 13. Why him and the starters were still in against Sacramento when they were down 10 plus with a minute left is beyond me. But he ended up hooking us, and then we had Brenton Strange under 3.5 receptions. He finished with 2. It should have been 1. He had shovel pass, basically. That looked more like a rush. But anyways, we went 4 for 6, 0.4 times our money. Over on Betr, we had no luck. I believe we went 2 for 5, so no money or no return over there. So hopefully in today's video, we have some better luck, and we're not getting screwed like we did by Bilal with 2 steals late in the fourth, and then Sengun a late rebound to hook us at least out of a 2 times, if not a 25 times. And in today's video, guys, we're hitting one of the 2. We're hitting a 25 times on PrizePicks. We're hitting a 10 times on Betr. So lock in and let's go. Let's talk about the matchups that we have tonight in the NBA. Also, we have a Monday Night Football game. Obviously, we have playoffs. We have the Texans and the Steelers. So if there's any good value from that game, kind of like we did with yesterday's video when we added Brenton Strange, we'll be sure to do that. But we're going to try to stick to NBA. We got the Pacers and the Celtics. Celtics 5.5-point road favorites, 225.5 over under. We have the Cavs hosting the Jazz. Cleveland at home, 13.5-point favorites, 250.5 over under. That is massive. That's the highest over under I've seen in a bit. Raptors hosting the 76ers. 76ers 3.5-point road favorites, 221.5 over under. We have the Mavericks hosting the Nets. Dallas at home, 3.5-point favorites, 221.5 over under. We have the Kings on a back-to-back hosting the Lakers. LA 9.5-point road favorites, 226.5 over under. And then we have the Clippers hosting the Hornets. Clippers 4.5-point home favorites at 223.5 over under. So again, anybody new to the channel, we're going to be utilizing a tool called the Upside Tools Fantasy Player Props Optimizer. And the whole purpose of this tool is to compare sportsbook lines and odds back to various DFS apps that use fixed payouts, like PrizePicks, like Betr, like Pick6, like Dabble, and like Underdog. This tool is a form of line shopping. So that's what we're doing here by utilizing this tool, is showing the best value on different fixed payout platforms by comparing the sportsbook lines and odds back to those platforms. So again, a form of line shopping, which is a form of plus EV betting or positive expected value, meaning we are letting the math and the data show us the most profitable plays instead of going off things like gut and emotion. The sportsbooks and their $1 million models come up and take into consideration everything that you can possibly think of when it comes to taking your player props, right? They have recency bias, they have spreads, over-unders, minute limits, restrictions, injuries, usage rates with guys on the court versus off the court, weather when you're playing outside in the NFL. Everything you can possibly think of is baked into these lines and odds. This approach is a data-driven approach instead of doing things like going to PrizePicks, looking at the popular tab, finding guys that have hit in 5 of their last 5 games and such like that. That's not how you should be betting on these DFS apps. This is the way that you profit long-term. If you guys want to come and test out the tools over at Upside, we have the Player Props Fantasy Optimizer, Esports Discrepancy Tool for Sportsbook tools. We have a Game Lines Optimizer, Player Props Optimizer, a Low Hold Tool, Arbitrage Tool, more tools that we're working on every single day to get released here on our website as well. There is information in the description below. There is a clickable link that you guys can hit. Not only will you get a 5-day free trial free of charge, you'll get a $1 pre-auth, and then obviously if you stay, after those 5 days, you will get charged with a membership. So if you want to cancel prior to your 5 days being up, you can do that for free. And you can also use my code TJYT and get 25% off your first month. Now, I mentioned that PrizePicks and all these other DFS apps are fixed payout platforms. So what we do here, because we know that they're fixed, is we utilize the sportsbook lines and odds to help us find long-term profitable plays on these DFS apps. So if you are new to the channel, what is a fixed payout platform? Let me show you. We have Sam Merrill more than 12.5 points. We have Andrew Nemhard more than 28.5 PRA. You guys know that on a two-man power and on PrizePicks, when you're not building out demons and goblins or positively correlating, your payout is a 3 times payout. Now, it doesn't matter if I change Sam Merrill from more to less points, I'm still going to get a 3 times payout. Or if I change Nemhard from more to less PRA, still going to get a 3 times payout. It doesn't matter the combination that I'm using, my payout always remains the same. So because of this, the only thing that actually changes the amount of money you're getting in return are the amount of legs that you're adding inside of your slip. So PrizePicks has set odds for the individual legs inside each slip type, but they don't display it for you. Let's take this example one step further. So if I put $1 down on this parlay where I have Merrill and Nemhard both more on their projections, my payout's $3. So I profit $2. That means the overall total parlay odds that I'm getting on this two-man are plus 200. So if I head over to FanDuel and I take Merrill more points and Nemhard more PRA, again on PrizePicks, there's no odds associated. They don't show you the odds for each individual leg. But if I head over to a traditional sportsbook like FanDuel and I take Merrill over 12.5 points and Nemhard over 28.5 PRA, you can see that they actually have the odds associated with those overs. And you'll also notice that my two-leg parlay pays out at plus 249. So if you're on PrizePicks, betting Sam Merrill more points and Nemhard more PRA and you're getting $1, your return is $3. But if you do it on a sports book, you bet $1, you're winning $2.50, so your total return is $3.50. So by entering this over on PrizePicks, you're losing 50 cents for every single dollar that you play. So if you want to put $100 on Merrill and Nemhard, more points and more PRA, your payout is $300. So your profit is $200. If I wanted to do $100 on FanDuel of Merrill over points and Nemhard over PRA, I would be wagering $100 to win $249. My total is $349 with my payout, and my profit is $249. So that's almost a $50 difference between FanDuel and PrizePicks. And that is because each individual leg inside a two-man power is equivalent to minus 137 odds. And you can see if we're betting this on a traditional sportsbook like FanDuel, we're getting Merrill points at minus 125 and Nemhard PRA at minus 106. So a much better return on a traditional sportsbook like FanDuel. So our upside tools, Fantasy Player Props Optimizer, shows you where you're actually getting value on PrizePicks, where your payout's going to be greater than if you were playing it on a traditional sportsbook like FanDuel or DraftKings or any peer-to-peer sportsbook like Novig, ProfitX, or any of these other DFS apps. And I mentioned each individual leg inside a two-man power is equivalent to minus 137 odds. In a 6-flex, and why we build out 6-flex slips, each individual leg is equivalent to minus 118 odds. So we're getting a way better bang for our buck taking player props in 6-flexes than we are in two-man powers, which is why every video I create a 6-flex slip. So we're going to go back to the optimizer. We're going to give it a quick refresh. I'm going to throw on some filters that I like to personally add. One of them, required sportsbooks. We're going to change it to FanDuel. All that means is that only player props that have supporting odds from FanDuel are going to populate to the optimizer. I'm also going to change hide push props, and we're going to see what we have. I'm also going to go by just NBA and see what we have for value. And there's not a lot. Now, a couple things. FanDuel and DraftKings are the two sharpest when it comes to setting their NBA player prop markets. So this Chris Dunn play is actually pretty good. 8.5 points. He's set 1 point lower on FanDuel and DraftKings and other DFS apps like Underdog, Dabble, Pick6, and Betr. So I'm actually going to start with Chris Dunn under 8.5 points. I'm going to head back to the optimizer, and we're going to see what else we have for value. I'm also going to tag in NFL. Pat Freiermuth under longest receptions. Jared Allen just popped up. That's pretty good. Over points with Edgecombe under rebounds. Let's go ahead and get those added. So that was Jared Allen over points in Edgecombe. And you guys will see those player props just popped up out of nowhere. This thing refreshes every single second to ensure you're getting the best value. Edgecombe was under rebounds. I'm going to refresh really quickly. Let's go ahead and add this Pat Freiermuth under 16.5 long. You know what? I actually like what we're getting for NBA. We're getting some more value popping up. One play just moved. Edgecombe, okay, rebounds there. Paul George just popped up. Over 13. This play is going to get bumped. And I can tell you right now, this is going to finish at 14.5 before I finish the video. Now, if I wasn't creating this video, I'd be able to get this locked in before it gets bumped, and it already got bumped. So, unfortunately, sometimes what's going to happen is some really good value is going to pop up, and we're not going to be quick enough to actually get it locked in. It is what it is. But this Joel Embiid over points and assists set one higher on FanDuel and DraftKings and on Underdog, 0.5 higher on Dabble, and one higher on Betr. Looks really good. So, we missed out on Paul George, but let's go ahead and add in Joel Embiid over 28.5 points and assists. Let's keep moving down the list and see what else we have. Marcus Smart over points, minus 136 on FanDuel. I want to see what else we have down here. Let's see what else. Kawhi over RA looks pretty good. Let's add that in. Kawhi over RA. And then I think I'm actually going to play that Marcus Smart play. Now, the reason I decided to skip over the Kawhi over RA 9.5 and then Smart over points. The reason I skipped over that longest reception for Pat Freiermuth is I just don't really like those one chance opportunity niche markets. Edgecombe just got locked, as you guys can see. Again, we were getting too much value on Edgecombe under rebounds, which is why PrizePicks decided to remove him. Paul George is no longer populating at the top of the optimizer because he got ripped. The value is no longer there. Michael Porter Jr. under RA looks pretty good. Let's just see if there's any hidden gems down here where we're off pretty significantly. Colin Murray-Boyles set to 8.5 on PrizePicks. You can see where the rest of the market's currently setting him. And if we expand this row, sure, they have juice on the under, insinuating that he's likely to go under 9.5. But again, we're getting a 1-point difference. So let's go ahead and add that in. So Colin Murray-Boyles over 8.5 points. And guys, that's going to be the 6 flex for PrizePicks. We're going to check better now. We got Chris Dunn under 8.5 points. Jared Allen over 12.5 points. Joel Embiid over 28.5 points and assists. Kawhi over 9.5 RA. Marcus Smart over 9.5 points. Colin Murray-Boyles over 8.5 points. Now, I haven't even checked the Betr board this morning, but I say it every video. The value on Betr is far greater than the value on PrizePicks, and let me show you why. I'm going to head here. We just have NBA selected. I'm going to go to PrizePicks. I'm going to switch from PrizePicks to Betr. There are plays on Betr right now that aren't even being offered on PrizePicks, and you can see the percent odds to hit are much greater. So let's go. And look at that. Murray-Boyles at 9.5. Let's go over to Betr now, and we're going to try to build out a 5-flex slip. You know what we can do, guys? We have a discount on LeBron over PRA. I'm actually going to add that in because the value is a little scarce. We got LeBron discounted from 36.5 to 33.5. So let's go ahead and add that. Let's refresh this one more time. We got Siakam over 10.5 RA. Again, heavily juiced on DraftKings at minus 137. It's minus 132 on FanDuel. He's set 0.5 higher on Dabble at 11. He's not even offered on PrizePicks. So let's add in Siakam. I'm in NFL. It's my bad. Let's add in. Let's try it again. Let's add in. I don't know why my search is doing this. Siakam over 10.5 RA. We're going to add in Achua under rebounds of 5.5. So Precious, Achua under 5.5 rebounds. We are going to add in Igor under 14.5 points plus assists. Again, set one lower across the entire board outside of FanDuel, DraftKings, and Caesars, but they have it juiced on the under. So Igor Dimen, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Sorry. Under 14.5 points plus assists, and we need one more here. We're not going to – we can take Colin Murray-Boyles and try to middle him. But let me refresh this one more time. Yeah, let's do it. Let's take Colin Murray-Boyles under 9.5 points. Now, if he finishes at 9 on the dot, we have a profitable player prop on each DFS app. This is called middling. And believe me, it is more likely than Colin Murray-Boyles goes somewhere. He's not going to get 0 points. He could. He's not going to go get 30 points. It's more likely that he's going to finish somewhere in that pocket of like 6 to 12 points. So I think we take the opportunity to middle, knowing that we got him at 9.5 on our 8.5 and the over on PrizePicks. Now we're taking the 9.5 under on Betr in hopes that he finishes right on the number at 9. So this is the slip that we're going to enter over on Betr, and I think it's a $10 max. Yeah, it's a $10 max with LeBron. So we have LeBron more than 33.5 PRA. We got Siakam over 10.5 RA. Achua under 5.5 rebounds. Igor under 14.5 points and assists. And then Murray-Boyles under 9.5 points. And guys, that's going to do it for the 2 slips on PrizePicks and Betr. Hopefully we can 25 times our money on PrizePicks. And if not, we can at least 10 times our money over on Betr. And guys, if we go 5 for 6 on PrizePicks, we get a 2 times return, which is still profit. If we go 4 for 5 in our 5 flex over on Betr, we get a 2 times return, which is still profit. If you enjoyed this video, if you want more daily content like this, if you want more free slips, hit that subscribe button, please. Again, hit that like button so we can get that 50 like goal so I can do a giveaway, get rid of this $50 in my pocket, and then go ahead and comment if you want to get entered your favorite play for tonight's NBA slate. And if you guys want even more content, you can follow me at ThomasJordanIV over on Twitter. I give out free slips all the time, do live streams, all that stuff, quirky tweets, all that good stuff. So if you guys want to follow me over here at ThomasJordanIV, you can. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your Monday, and hopefully let's reconvene tomorrow with some winners. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Peace.